Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Jack of All Trivia. It's Monday, which, as we all know, means only one thing. It is the Inner Geekdom division here at Jack of All Trivia. We are here live and in living color, and it is time to get sweaty in the best of ways that don't involve exercise. I'm, of course, your host, the King of Hearts, James Shimo. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And tonight we have a brand new Inner Geekdom division match, and it is the first in the 2020 Sweaty Nerd Series. That's right, for those of you guys who haven't been here before, the Sweaty Nerd Series is a huge competition where each win will score you points in the competition. Depending on how well you do or how poorly you do, you can either gain more points or you can lose drastically more points, depending on your performance. So let's see how these two gentlemen do today. First of all, we've got ourselves a wily veteran here in the Jack of All Trivia League, Mr. Carefree, Richard Schwartz. Richard, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. It's been a while since I've been here. So, I'm always looking forward to, being here, competing. I'm just hoping the rust's not going to happen today. It might not, but I'm always willing, eager. Mr. Carefree is always here. But no matter what, whenever you face me, it's always carefree. That's the way it got to be. Let's do this thing.
All right. And of course, promoting that carefree attitude, as always, like Orange Cassidy, but way more laid back. But in any case, he does have a point. Ring rust is the enemy of all competitors, and especially going up against someone like Brandon Buckingham, we will definitely see how he makes his play. Brandon, how are you feeling tonight about this Inner Geekdom match? You ready to go, bro?
Yeah, I'm all set and ready to go, ready to take this league by storm and just kind of defeat every single person on my way to the top, show everyone that I'm the best.
All right, very confident is Mr. Buckingham. I'm not going to mince words. I'm not going to ask them to either. Let's get right into this thing. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, tonight, Jack of All Trivia brings to you an Inner Geekdom match scheduled for 3 rounds to a finish. Introducing first, he is Brandon Buckingham. And his opponent, who is a card-carrying member of the Revengers, Mr. Carefree, Richard Schwartz. I was going to say, if you had McCorkey down there, I was going to deduct immediately 5 points. In any case, let's go ahead and get right into it, gentlemen. Round 1 works like this. You each will get 8 questions. You'll get the same 8 questions in 8 different Inner Geekdom categories. You will write your answers down on a whiteboard or piece of paper, whatever you happen to have at your disposal. You'll have 15 seconds to do so. Once time is called, I will mention each of you individually by name. You will show your answer to the camera and say it at the exact same time. Each correct answer is worth 1 point. There is no penalty for missing a question. If you do manage to get all 8 questions correct in round 1, you will receive a bonus question worth 1 additional point. With that out of the way, Brandon, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Richard, are you ready?
Always.
Then let's get it on. Bing, bing. All right, gentlemen, your first question is going to come in the category of video game movies. All right. Who voices the character of Sonic in 2020's Sonic the Hedgehog? As I've stated before, the brand new rules here in the Inner Geekdom division when it comes to newer releases. We give a 3-month grace period before asking the deeper cut questions. It's down to strict IMDb knowledge to begin. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. All right, let's go to Richard first.
I said a actor.
You're technically correct, but unfortunately, we needed a specific actor. Brandon.
Oh.
I didn't know, so I put the only name I could remember, James Marsden, from the movie.
That is incorrect. He is in the movie, but he does not voice Sonic. We were looking for Ben Schwartz.
Oh, of course. Someone with my last name. That figures.
If you've seen the DuckTales series, he voices Dewey Duck. All right, in any case, well, now that the pressure of a perfect round is firmly off their shoulders, let's continue with question number 2. Movie release dates. There you go. Batman, starring Adam West and Burt Ward, was released in what year? It's the old classic Batman, the one that started it all. Gave us the absolute atrocity known as the Batusi. Everybody's got their own opinions of how ridiculous this movie is.
Pow,
Doesn't matter because we will find out their answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. All right, Brandon, we will go to you first.
1966.
And you would be correct for 1 point. And Richard.
I said 69.
Ooh, if you hadn't gone for the obvious joke, you might have had a little bit more luck in that round, on that specific occasion. All right, and let's go ahead and move on to our third question. And the third question is going to come from Star Trek. In Star Trek Into Darkness, Kirk is removed from command after violating what Starfleet order? Star Trek and Star Wars, two of the most geek-heavy categories in this division. However, there are others that will rival it in certain circumstances. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. All right, Richard.
Is it not get involved or seen with primitive species?
Technically, you are correct, but there's a specific term for it that I was looking for.
Oh.
If Brandon can come up with it.
Prime Directive.
The Prime Directive, which states they will not become involved or have technology revealed to primitive species.
All right.
Because I was not specific in that question and saying exactly that I wanted the actual term for it, I will award Richard the point. Because the phrasing of that question was confusing, or could have been construed as confusing. All right, next question. It's going to come in the category of scores and soundtracks. Who composed the score for 1995's Mortal Kombat? All right, we'll be looking for answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excuse me, pens down. Brandon.
I had no idea. So Jerry Goldsmith.
That would be incorrect. Richard, good guess though.
I said Brian Tyler.
Also a decent guess, but also incorrect. We were looking for George S. Clinton.
I can tell you who directed that movie, but not who scored it.
All right, the next question, question 5, excuse me, is going to come in the category of the Wizarding World. What is the name of the U.S. equivalent of the Ministry of Magic in the Wizarding World? Obviously, these are coming from the Fantastic Beasts films, which, once again, a lot of people, I'm assuming, would prefer disappeared.
I haven't even seen the second one.
It's all right.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's what I heard. That's why I'm like, I'm not in a rush to see it.
As far as sequels, they're planning on 5, 4, 3,
Nice.
2, 1. Pens down. Thank you, sir. Richard, we'll go to you first.
It had to be a Fantastic Beast question. I said Magic Inquisitor. I didn't know.
Correct. And Brandon.
I had no idea, so I just put Penn and Teller.
Okay. All right. I appreciate the joke. We were looking for the Magical Congress of the United States, or just the Magical Congress. I would have accepted either.
Okay.
All right.
You got to make a joke somewhere if you don't know.
If you can't laugh, what good are you? Anyway.
Exactly.
All right. Question number 6 is going to come in the category of View Askew, the Kevin Smith intertwines universe. Who plays the demon Azrael in Dogma? Richard is thinking very heavily.
Wait, how many repeats?
4. You get 4. 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
Okay, that is one official repeat for Richard. I did forget to mention that, so I apologize. Who plays the demon Azrael in Dogma? See if the repeat can actually benefit Mr. Carefree here. Looking for answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. All right, let's go to Brandon.
Jason Lee.
That is correct for 1 point. And Richard.
I said Matt Damon. I can remember.
Was in the movie, but was not the answer we were looking for. Yep. Alrighty. Question number 7 is going to come in the category of DC. DC films. In Road to Perdition, who plays Harlan Maguire, an assassin hired to kill Michael Sullivan?
I always forget that's DC.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of movies that people forget are part of both DC and Marvel continuity, technically. Not that they started off that way, but they were acquired. Last time I counted, there were at least, I'd say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. All right, Richard.
Daniel Craig.
Incorrect. Brandon.
Oh.
Colin Farrell.
Also incorrect. We were looking for Jude Law. Jude Law.
Dumbledore.
Daniel Craig was in the movie, but not the character we were looking for. All right, final question in round number 1 is going to come from the category of Middle Earth. All right. What is the name of the tavern located in the Shire where Frodo, Sam, Merry, and Pippin often hang out?
Oh, in that.
All right. I would ask you guys what your magic drink number is, but I don't know that we want to promote alcoholism on this show. My limit's usually about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. All right, Brandon, what do you got?
Nothing.
All right, couldn't pull it. And Richard?
I just put the Prancing Pony. That's the only one I know.
That is located in the village of Bree. The correct answer we're looking for was the Green Dragon.
I was like running down the Prancing Pony until you said the Shire. I was like, oh, nope, that ain't it.
All right. Well, I will tell you this. It's definitely not a runaway game by any stretch of the imagination. Brandon is in the lead currently with 3 points, but Mr. Carefree is right on his heels, albeit maybe a step or two behind with 1 point. All right, gentlemen, we are now going to move into round number 2. Round 2 will work as follows. You will each get an opportunity to have a number generated between the numbers of 1 and 12. Each number is going to correspond with a different, with a different movie category. If you do not like the category you are given at first, you may opt to have a new number generated unless you land on players or opponent's choice, in which case your fate will be either in your hands or your opponent's. You will get 5 questions in that category, each worth 2 points apiece. However, if you do need a little extra help, feel free to check the multiple choice on any question, and the value of the question will drop to 1 point. Though, keep in mind, your opponent does have the opportunity to steal in this round, so pay close attention not only to your questions, but your opponent's as well. At last count, Brandon, you still have all 4 of your repeats, and Richard, you have 3 remaining. Brandon, since you are currently in the lead, you may choose to have your number generated first, or you may defer to Richard. Which would you like to do?
Question before we move forward. So if he doesn't get it and I have a chance, do I have to write it down, or can I just verbally say it?
You can just say it. Yeah, you don't need the whiteboards anymore.
Let's go 3. Category 3.
Okay, well, it's going to be randomly generated, so you don't have any control over it.
I thought it was pick a number. Never mind.
Nope. I use my little Dice X dice roller, and you landed on category number 4. And category 4 is going to land you on movie release dates. You can either keep it or go again.
Spin again.
Okay. You can see right here, I am clearing it. And boom. Number 12. And category number 12 is going to set you up with the View Askew-niverse.
Not bad.
All right, here we go. Question number 1. In Clerks 2, the quick stop catches fire because Randy left what on all night? Mind you do have multiple choice. 5.
Blunt.
4. I'm sorry?
I said a blunt.
No, I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Richard for a 2-point steal.
I'm going to say the heater.
That is also incorrect. It did have a heat source, though. We were looking for the coffee pot. Left the coffee pot on all night. All right, question number 2 for you, Brandon. In the category of View Askew. What is the name of the animal rights activist / guitar player who is portrayed by Sean William Scott in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
Multiple choice.
All right, is it A, Chuck, B, Keith, C, Brent, or D, Trent?
Brent.
That is correct for 1 point. All right. In the original Clerks, Brandon, this is your question. In the original Clerks, where do Dante, Randy, and their friends eventually end up playing a game of hockey?
Multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, the Quick Stop parking lot, B, the community park, C, the skating rink, or D, the Quick Stop roof?
Quick stop roof.
That is correct for 1 point. Okay, question number 4. In Dogma, what sports equipment does Cardinal Glick have blessed in order to improve his overall game?
Golf club driver. His driver.
The clubs in general would have been the correct answer. So
Okay.
yes, 2 points. All right. And your last question. What are the first names of the comic artists played by Ben Affleck and Jason Lee in Chasing Amy?
Multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, Harvey and Barry, B, Hank and Bobby, C, Henry and Brenton, or D, Holden and Banky?
D.
That is correct for 1 point. All right. A little bit of a rocky start to round 2, but definitely picked it up towards the end. Brandon now has a commanding lead of 8 points over Richard's 1 point. But now we will move to Mr. Carefree himself, and we will get his round 2 underway. Are you prepared, sir?
Yes, I am.
Okay, here we go. And you landed on category number 1, which is the category of, let me find it again, Marvel films. You can either keep it or go again.
I'm going to keep it.
Okay, Marvel films it is. All right, here we go. Question number 1 in the category of Marvel films. In Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, what term does Peter B. Parker use for the USB drive that Miles gives him?
Oh, God, what's multiple choice? I'm going to know it when I hear it.
All right, multiple choice. Is it A, gadget, B, goober, C, gimmick, or D, doodad?
Goober.
That is correct for 1 point. Okay. Question number 2. What breed of dog is the alien Frank disguised as in the Men in Black franchise?
Pug.
That is correct for 2 points. And for those questioning it, Marvel bought out the the Men in Black comic brand, so it technically falls under that banner. Question 3. Richard, in Dark Phoenix, what is the name of the space shuttle the X-Men attempt to aid at the beginning of the film?
Multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, the Endeavor, B, the Intrepid, C, the Explorer, or D, the Challenger?
Is it B, as in boy?
That is incorrect for a 1-point steal for Brandon. Again, your options are A, Endeavor, B, Intrepid, C, Explorer, or D, Challenger.
Let's go Challenger. D.
That is also incorrect. The correct answer was the Endeavor.
Mm.
Yeah. All right, Richard. Question 4. In Logan, the mutant refugee camp Eden is said to be located in which U.S. state?
Multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, Montana, B, Wyoming, C, North Dakota, or D, Nebraska?
Ooh, Wyoming?
Incorrect. Brandon for a 1-point steal. Again, your options: A, Montana, B, Wyoming, C, North Dakota, or D, Nebraska.
Montana.
Also incorrect. We were looking for North Dakota.
Okay.
All right, your final question, Richard. In category of Marvel movies, what item does Cable place on Deadpool that keeps him from dying the second time around in Deadpool 2?
I'm just going to be safe. Multiple choice.
Okay. Is it A, a piece of Kevlar, B, a medal, C, a skee ball token, or D, a silver dollar?
Can I hear the choices again?
Yeah, I'll give you one free one without wasting one of your reasons.
Yeah.
Is it A, Kevlar, B, a medal, C, a skee ball token, or D, a silver dollar?
I'm going to say silver dollar.
That is incorrect. Brandon for the 1-point steal. It is the skee ball token. That is correct.
I figured it was it. That I was just thinking that was
like 2 days.
I was just thinking that was the Deadpool. I think it was a Deadpool 1. I was like, okay, that's fine.
All right. So round 2 is now in the books. Brandon is in the lead by 5 points, 9-4 over Richard. We will see what pans out in round number 3. All right, here is how round 3 works, gentlemen. You will each choose 3 numbers between 1 and 15. Each number will correspond with a different category. The first question you receive will be worth 2 points. The second question will be worth 3 points, and the third will be worth 5 points. If we get that far, of course. Brandon, since you are currently in the lead, you may choose your 3 numbers first.
You said 1 to 15?
Correct.
Let's go 3.
Okay.
7, 13.
3, 7, and 13. All right. And Richard.
5, 8, and 15.
5, 8, and 15. Okay. So, category number 5, Richard, we will start with you. Since you are currently behind for 2 points. Your question is in the category of who said it? All right. Your question is in the category of who said it. Which MCU character said the following? This isn't freedom, this is fear. Keep in mind you do
Steve Rogers, Captain America.
That is correct for 2 points. All right. We will stay with Richard for your 3-point question to tie the game. Your next question is in category number 8. That category is going to fall under Middle Earth.
Oh, yay.
Okay. For 3 points, Richard. Azog the Defiler killed Thorin Oakenshield's father in a battle outside which dwarven kingdom?
Which dwarven kingdom?
Like I said, you do still have your repeats left. 5,
Yeah.
4, 3, 2.
Repeat. I'll use
1.
one repeat.
Okay. Down to 2 repeats left for Mr. Carefree. Azog the Defiler killed Thorin Oakenshield's father in a battle outside which dwarven kingdom?
New Jersey. No fucking idea.
Entertaining nonetheless. The correct answer was Moria.
Yeah.
Correct answer was Moria. All right, so here is the situation, gentlemen. Richard has 1 question left, his 5-pointer. If he hits this, he will send it over to Brandon Buckingham and avoiding the TKO. If he misses, Brandon will win the match via TKO, and he will earn a decent amount of points for the Sweaty Nerd series. Here we go. All right, Richard, you selected category number 15 as your 5-point question. And that question is going to come in the category of DC. All right. Which actress plays Patience co-worker Sally in Catwoman?
Alex Borstein.
That is correct for 5 points.
I just the fact it's Catwoman made me chuckle.
All right. So Richard has taken the lead for the first time in this match, and now we move to Brandon, who can tie it up with his 2-point question. Category number 3, which is the category of scores and soundtracks. All right. Who provided the score for Avengers Endgame?
First and last name, right?
Yes. And you do still have all 4 of your repeats available. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat.
Okay. Again, all right. 2-pointer. Category of scores and soundtracks. Who provided the score for Avengers Endgame?
Alan Silvestri.
That is correct for 2 points.
Oh, thank God for repeats. I knew the last name. I'm like, what's his first name?
All right.
Actually, I'm going to challenge that. He said Silvestri. It's Silvestri.
I'm going to say it could
No,
just be
I'm not going to pronounce. No, I was just joking.
that would be a bit of a dick move. All right. Here we go. Question number 7.
Yeah.
Is going to come, or category number 7 for Brandon. For 3 points is going to come in the category of weapons, tech, vehicles, and magical items. There we go. What model of speeder bike was used by the stormtroopers on the forest moon of Endor in Return of the Jedi? All right, gonna be looking for an answer in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat.
1. Okay, second repeat for Brandon. What model of speeder bike was used by the stormtroopers on the forest moon of Endor in Return of the Jedi?
It's go TX-38.
Unfortunately, that is incorrect. We were looking for Aerotech 74Z.
Yeah, I would not have gotten that.
All right.
That's a tough question.
That's obviously not mentioned in the movies. So it's
All right, here we go. And the final question. Before we head into sudden death, if Brandon hits this, he wins the match. If he doesn't, we move into sudden death. Here we go. Question. Your 5-pointer, category 13, is Star Wars. All right, here we go. In The Empire Strikes Back, C-3PO comments that the odds of Luke and Han surviving the night outside the base on Hoth are exactly what? Everybody always remembers the asteroid field, but maybe the Hoth survival rate.
I have 2 repeats, right?
2 repeats left, correct. And any that you have not used, you may take into sudden death if we get that far. So, Richard, you would still have 1 left.
I have 2 left.
You have 2 left. Excuse me. I'm sorry. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat.
Okay. Down to 1 repeat left for Brandon. The Empire Strikes Back. C-3PO comments that the odds of Luke and Han surviving the night outside the Hoth base are exactly what?
Let's go 4 million to 1.
We're going to sudden death, ladies and gentlemen. The correct answer was 725 to 1.
That was way off.
All right, here we go, folks.
Brandon, good luck to you, regardless.
This is how it works. Sudden death, whiteboards are back in play. You will write down your answer to each question. You will be given 15 seconds to answer. When I call time, I will call on each of you to reveal your answer. If you both get it right, we move on. If you both get it wrong, we move on. The first competitor to hit and their opponent misses will be declared the winner. The upside to this is that with the scoring system in the Sweaty Nerd series, neither of you will lose any points in this loss. So here we go. First question. No, let's stick with these. No, can't use that one. All right. What is the name of the island that Lara travels to in Tomb Raider, starring Alicia Vikander?
I've gotten this question before, and I still don't know it.
You look at
I knew it was in sudden death.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. All right, Richard
I got nothing.
and Brandon.
I said power. I didn't know.
Incorrect. The correct answer was Yamatai. We move on. Okay. Who plays the director of Bluntman and Chronic, the movie, in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
You looking for the actor?
Yes, the actor. Okay, I just want to make sure I marked the right answer in there.
That would
5,
be nice.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Brandon.
Chris Rock.
Richard.
Chris Rock.
Correct. We move forward. 12-12. All right. All right. In Iron Man 2, what element within the arc reactor is slowly poisoning Tony's bloodstream? tense battle here. Only reason I'm not talking very much is I don't want to disrupt their concentration. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Richard.
Is it beryllium?
Incorrect. Brandon.
Magnesium?
Incorrect. Palladium. Let us move on. In Shazam, which of the 7 deadly sins does not emerge from Dr. Savannah's body with the others? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Brandon.
Envy?
Richard.
Damn it. I said vanity. He's right. Fuck.
And your winner by sudden death, Brandon Buckingham. One heck of a match. Well done, both of you gentlemen. Back and forth round. Richard made the comeback, but unfortunately couldn't stick the landing. But that is not going to hurt him at all in the Sweaty Nerd Series. As I mentioned, with a sudden death finish, Richard, you do not lose any points. You remain at 0. Brandon, you only go up by 1. So there is no shame in anything that just happened here. I will go to our winner first and foremost. Brandon Buckingham, how are you feeling, sir? Hard-fought victory. You were in the lead the entire time. Richard made a bit of a comeback, and you managed to get the win in overtime. How are you feeling?
Relieved. I was really not, because this is my second match total in any sort of fan league. So I was like, I really don't want to go down 0-2. So I was really hoping for the win. Just glad that the wheel didn't mess me up or hurt me as much last time, because in the first match I did pretty well in the first round. Second round, I got like 1 or 2 points due to the wheel. So I feel pretty good that I did pretty well in this. Definitely know that there are certain areas I do need to work on, so that maybe my knowledge base, we don't go to sudden death. So, but still feel pretty good. Got a win here, so hopefully I can carry some sort of momentum through this thing and see how far I can go.
Well, let's hope so. Again, this was the inaugural match in this year's Sweaty Nerd Series, so hopefully getting that first victory, gaining those first points will be a bit of a momentum shift for you and keep you rolling through this competition. Let's go ahead and move over to Mr. Carefree himself. Richard, how you feeling, man? You fought back hard. You really stuck it in there. You went the distance. Just came up a little short in the end, and I'm not trying to twist the knife in or anything, but I mean, how you feeling right now?
Oh, feeling good. I mean, I didn't have a strong round 1, round 2. Came back round 3, and Brandon just, he got the right answer. I probably should have used repeat. I probably would have gone envy. I was not sure of vanity. I just, kind of forgot I had the repeats. Should have used them. But congrats to Brandon, and I look forward to coming back hopefully real soon and get some points. At least I didn't lose any, so that's always great.
There you go. Gracious in victory and gracious in defeat are our 2 competitors here today. I am excited to see where both of these gentlemen go in the Sweaty Nerd Series. And, of course, the top 5 scoring individuals in this Sweaty Nerd Series will move on to compete against each other 5-on-5 in that King of the Mountain match to determine a new #1 contender for the Inner Geekdom Champion. Whenever we get around to that, we still have that match to look forward to. It will be Dave the Dragon Lees versus the arsonist Jay Burns. Jay is finally looking to get his hands on that IG title, and we will see if he has what it takes to put the fire out of the dragon's belly. Well, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Thank you so much for joining us. I will go ahead and defer to our winner this evening, Mr. Brandon Buckingham. Where can the good people find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram, Brandon Buck 88. Go ahead and hit me up if you want to talk about anything.
All right. And, of course, Mr. Carefree himself, Mr. Richard Schwartz. Where can the good folks find you online?
They can find me on Facebook on Richard Schwartz, Twitter and YouTube, External Void, and walking around LA because I got nothing else to do.
There you go. And, of course, you can find me, your host, the King of Hearts, James Shimo, right here at Jack of All Trivia. I am always the host of these Inner Geekdom matches on Mondays. You can also find me defending the Movie Trivia Championship on Tuesdays. You can also find me competing in the Wrestling Trivia when we get that up and running again, and defending the Tag Team Championships over in our Tag Team division on Thursdays, or on Sundays, whenever we have those matches. My schedule gets so freaking confused these days, it's not even funny. But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap it up for us here at Jack of All Trivia. So I will bid you all adieu. So on behalf of Brandon Buckingham, on behalf of Richard Schwartz, I am the King of Hearts, and I will once again say thank you for joining us. Goodbye, mwah, and good night. Bam!